We're at Valley Falls State Park. Stick around, there's a lot more to come. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. We are on our way to Valley Falls State Park. It is a West Virginia state park. It's a daytime park only. There is no campsites here, so we're not camping. I just got up early. I'm going to go walk some trails and take a look at the park. It is a little over 1,100 square acres. So it's not a real big park, but it's big enough. It's got about 7 or 8 different trails. I believe the longest one is about 2.1 miles long. The rest of them are just a little over a mile or significantly under a mile. So not a big park. It does have a set of falls in it. I don't know how big they are. I've never been to the park. The falls are on the Tygart River, which run, I don't know if it's adjacent or through the park, but it is on the Tygart River. The park itself is nestled just outside of Fairmont, West Virginia. And if you get a chance, come on out and take a look at it. I am sure that you won't be disappointed. Again, it is a daytime park only, and it is really, really foggy out here. Well, we're not going to let that stop us. And I will get back with you when we get closer to the park. Alright, so I just turned off the road here. Got a few miles to go before we get to the park. And it's a paved road. And of course there's, houses and stuff, and nice houses. Like a nice little community. Deer. Alright, so we are here. There's what they're calling Turkey Trail. I don't know exactly what that is. This is the main ranger station, apparently. Kayakers register before entering. Day use area only. Gates close at sunset. The gates are open. We are open for business. So there's Red Fox Trail. I don't know a whole lot about the trail systems here. I'm hoping to figure it out. Okay, so here we come down into the park here. Some of the day use areas over here with picnic tables. Nice little play area for the kiddies. Picnic area, covered picnic area. Bad looking little area. No parking along the road. Let's go down here and check this out just a little bit. Okay, so this is the little parking lot, or one of them, and it's got all the picnic tables and stuff, and a couple Coke machines. Let's see what this is up here. Restrooms, handicap restrooms. Nice. Little Valley Falls gift shop. Maybe we'll go in there a little bit later if they're open. I'm not going to go into the bathroom. It's, like I said, it's just a day camp only. There's no camping here, so there's no showers or anything. Another car down there. Right here's a little information sign. Let's go over and take a look at it. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So Valley Falls Whip and Grist Mill. Purchased the land surrounding Valley Falls and built a ship sawmill, and contracted with William Hanley, an English stonecutter, to cut a mill race for water power using black powder explosives for the first time in this area. J.A. and William worked employed to build and operate the mill, which supplied most of the lumber used in the surrounding neighborhood. In 1847, John Bradshaw and William Witzcarver built a grist mill at the power site before the Baltimore and Ohio Railroad was completed in 1852. At its peak, the mill could produce 70 barrels of roller processed flour per day, which was sold on the markets as the Pride of the Valley brand. The mill closed in 1905. And here's a picture of the mill. Let me see if I can't get it in there where there's not a whole lot of stuff from. So this is the rock column that we looked at from up above when we were looking kind of downward towards the falls from the trail up ahead. Sign there says the rock column is the last remains of the grist mill built in 1847. So that's the last remains of the mill right there. It's set. There's some of the rapids down through there. I know they do canoeing and kayaking and stuff down this river. There's the falls, the lower falls and the upper falls. It is really pretty. It's bigger than I thought it would be. This is Valley Falls on Tygart River. Alright, so this is the start of the trail, right here behind me. The river is down over the hill over here, and we got 1.9 miles to walk, so let's get started. You know, this is a really a nice little path. I mean, you can see it here behind me. I mean, it is well worn in. Either way you go, it's nice and wide. You're not going to get off the beaten path, so to speak. And even if you do, all these paths are marked by these nice little white symbols right here. And right down here is a little alcove I just saw. We're going to go down there for just a moment. Nice little alcove there. Looks like some other people have seen some stuff. You know, it always bothers me whenever I come up to places and I see trash. I just don't understand why. I just don't understand why somebody has to come in here and leave trash in such a beautiful area. Good Lord, there's another one. This looks like somebody needs a little bit of pick-me-up. Just silly. Just silly. Gotta go. So, I just saw a beautiful 8-point white-tailed deer buck. I didn't have the camera turned on, so I didn't get a shot of him, but I wanted to say it. He was absolutely magnificent, and I love walking out here in these trails and seeing the wildlife down here. I think he might be standing right there. Let me see if I can't get the camera on him. Here you are. All right, so here we are. We're at Rocky Trail. I didn't really think that was 1.9 miles in, but Rhododendron Trail goes on that way. And here's Rocky Trail going up the hillside here. So let's go up here, and it should wind its way back down over to the picnic area where we're parked at, and then that'll be it. So let's get moving up this hill.
So I made it to the top, and you know, it is really pretty up here. A nice big flat area here on top of the mountain. It was really steep coming up here. I've got another deer over here that's not really paying much mind to me. Looks like he's either a spike or a real small 4-point. I'll see if I can't get a camera shot of him here in just a moment. But he's just going on about his business, not even paying attention to me, and he's just absolutely beautiful. Really steep back here, real nice and flat up here. I'm assuming that the trail goes on up here on top, and then we're going to start dropping back down over to the parking lot. So it's been a good hike. I've really enjoyed it. Let me see if I can't get a couple shots of this deer. Sorry for the shakiness, I just walked up a real steep hill. Alright, so trail I'm now on is Rocky Trail. And apparently it's not quite as well kept as Rhododendron Trail, because there is a couple of logs down across the trail that you have to go over. Now, they're not big logs, and for the most part, you know, you can either go around this big root base here that's pulled out. There's a little trail that goes around right here, off to my left right here. Or you can just step over. Me, of course, having big legs, I'm just going to step over. But not quite as well kept as Rhododendron Trail down below, which is a nice, great, big, wide trail. And this one's more just like a path. And yep, there was another one. I'm really liking this walking stick. I got the camera mounted up on top of it. I can use it as like a selfie thing. Get way out here if I want to. Come in way close. Go up way high. Come down here way low. It's really a neat thing. I have my first time using a walking stick like this. I've always, whenever I hiked trails like this, had a stick. But anytime I ever did anything, it was always with the camera in my hand like this. Shaky shots and stuff like that. I think this works out a lot better, personally. We'll see. Alright, so we've come to a little divide here. It looks like this way is to the picnic area. I came from this way, that's Rocky Trail, okay? And this way, I'm assuming it's still Rocky Trail because it's still marked. It's still marked in yellow, and Wild Turkey Trail that way is in blue. We're going to consult the map on the iPhone and see what we can come up with. Alright, so as far as I can tell, this is Rhododendron Trail here. This is Rocky Trail. Got Wild Turkey Trail right here, which is right up here in the blue, okay? Then you got Rocky Trail shooting back down this way, back over here to the picnic area. So that's the trail that we want to take. We want to take the trail going back down here to the picnic area, which is also part of Rocky Trail. I don't know why they really marked it like that, other than they did. So we're going to go down the picnic trail, which is actually another part of the Rocky Trail, right down here to the parking lot. So what I just did there was pulled up the map on my phone that I took a picture of earlier before, you know, I came here. And I can't emphasize enough how important it is that if you're going to go hike someplace or go someplace that you've never been before, all these places, especially state parks and national parks and things like that, they all have these nice little maps, the trail maps and stuff like that online. Do a little bit of research, pull it up, take a picture of it. That way, when you get out here in the woods You know, they don't have map signs out here. They just have these little reflectors and little signs that say, hey, this trail and that trail, this trail and that trail. So take a picture. You can look at it on your phone, decipher what trail's what, where, when, where, how, and you can get back to where it is that you're going without walking all over the woods and nearly you know, and hurting yourself. So my little piece of advice there as we walk along the trail. Take your phone with you, do a little bit of research before, take a picture of the trails. That way you don't get your ass lost out in the woods. What a beautiful big old tree. Oh my, that tree is just huge. Now they did log this area, and I'm sure back in the 1850s, you know, that tree was just a little thing. There's some big trees in here though. Make no mistake. I haven't seen any big stumps or anything. I would really like to see a big stump where they logged this place. I know that they logged it and ended up taking the wood out of here and for surrounding area and stuff like that to help build this place up. But that tree's big. That's got to be a den tree for about 50 squirrels. Be some good hunting in these woods. But state parks in West Virginia, I believe you can't even have a firearm in here. You can't hunt or nothing like that in here, not in a state park. That's a nice big tree though. It's beautiful. You know, I talked about this trail not being as nicely maintained. Right here behind me are some little trees that fell across that were cut to where people could go across without having to step over. So it is maintained. I'm assuming that because it comes up such a steep angle and all that, that it's not as well maintained as the other one, because it was pretty flat down there. But still a very nice walkable trail. It's very noticeable. You can see it very well. It's well marked with all these little reflectors. There's little signs every time that a trail comes off of one and hits another one or something like that. There's always a sign. Nice park. Yep, definitely going downhill now. And it's just as steep going down as it was coming up. So you really got to watch your footing. So if you ever come here and you walk this trail, you know, make sure you're sure of foot, because it's a little steep. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode of the hike toward the Valley Falls, a little bit of history about the area. If you get a chance, come out, Google it. It's Valley Falls State Park here in Fairmont, West Virginia. Until next time, this is North Central. Thanks for watching.